Hey, welcome back to Vox Terra. Salam, shalom, because I'm talking about the Middle East today. Now, listen, this story should be much bigger news than it is, and I just really want to share it with you. I hope you share it with others. I'm going to read you a headline from Democracy Now! That I also verified at the Associated Press for you, in case you never heard of Democracy Now! Pentagon chief pledges continued support to Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Headline, February 22, 2021. The Biden administration has reaffirmed a strategic defense partnership between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia. Now, I'm not sharing this article to be cynical and say, hey, you should have stuck with Trump. No, what you're going to hear, we had the same stuff going on with Trump. I want to put any notion out of anyone's head that Trump and the Republicans, that they're an actual alternative to what I'm going to talk about here. They're not. Despite the kingdom's dismal human rights records, in a phone call Friday, Pentagon Chief Lloyd Austin told Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman the U.S. remains committed to protecting Saudi Arabia's borders against attacks from Yemen's Houthi rebels. On Sunday, Saudi Arabia's state-owned arms manufacturer signed a deal with Lockheed Martin to form a joint venture. Now this is key here. It's a joint venture, meaning Lockheed Martin, a major defense manufacturer, is going to get signing a deal to manufacture the weapons within Saudi Arabia as part of a joint venture, rather than us exporting directly to Saudi Arabia. Listen, the deal follows Biden's decision last month to freeze U.S. weapons sales to Saudi Arabia over its devastating war with Yemen, or on Yemen is how they put it. So now you've got Democrats who are really opposed to the military-industrial complex, but they're in the minority maybe, and they're often called progressive Democrats or leftist Democrats, but they're the ones who are really within our political system, actually standing up to the power of these large corporations. I hear a little similar talk from people who call themselves libertarians, but I'm really not seeing any activists like that within the Republican Party who are willing to stand up to the power of these weapons manufacturers. And the reason this story isn't big news is because that they also have power within the media, same as the fossil fuel industry. So you get what happened here is Biden is pressured by the left, if you want to call it that, or peace activists, human rights activists, over this horrible war in Yemen that's really underreported, to stop arming, the Saudi Arabian government. I'm sure not everybody in Saudi Arabia approves of this war, and it was okay, fine. So we put a freeze on it, and people were happy about that. But then they went and set up a joint venture. Now I warned you in earlier videos, including where I was criticizing Trump towards the last days of his election, that Biden's got these military-industrial complex ties through Lloyd Austin. Lloyd Austin, I cited to you from Mother Jones, I think, and also I'm going to cite again from Open Secrets. Lloyd Austin sat on the board of, I think it was Raytheon and some other type of defense contracting agency. Or look, let me get the quote for you from Open Secrets. Austin also had a seat on the United Technologies and Raytheon board, earning more than $250,000 from the now merged companies. And that was the actual controversy with Austin, not that he, wasn't really out of the military too long. And I hear he's doing some really good stuff with trying to make not having these maybe prejudiced kind of organizations circulating throughout the military, but he's got those ties to the military and industrial complex. And how does that affect our policy? So, and just to show, look, don't get the wrong idea that Trump was standing up to the military-industrial complex. I cited to you from Defense News back in 2020, December, the Senate narrowly rejected two measures Wednesday to block President Donald Trump's plan to sell roughly $23 billion in weapons to the United Arab Emirates. And that was, opposed by, I'm assuming people like Bernie Sanders, Ro Khanna, probably AOC, Ilhan Omar. I'm imagining that would be the people who are opposing that. And that's who, if you want to support somebody, that's who I would say support, even if you disagree with them on other issues. So really, to me, it calls into question, should defense manufacturing even be a privately owned, organization, a privately owned business? Because there's so much profit motive involved here. How do you then disentangle, we just want to sell people weapons and make money doing this, from good motives, actually self-defense motives? Here from Open Secrets again, Raytheon CEO Greg Hayes seems optimistic about the company's prospects under the new administration, telling investors in January that peace is not going to break out in the Middle East anytime soon, and that the region remains an area where we'll continue to see solid growth. So To me, that brings into question, first of all, you got to look at it how Bernie Sanders explained. You need to look at the power of the military industrial complex in our government, but also in our media. That's really underreported. And that's what I think they really meant when they were saying he's too far to the left. Bernie, is that he was standing up to those business interests. He's exposing that. So first, if you really keep that in mind, we can make a lot of progress, if you want to use that term, progress. And then secondly, really, these business interests need some solid competition. And that's where, again, Bernie came in by calling himself a democratic socialist. So whether you want to fix things through a more libertarian model or a socialist model, it needs some competition. It needs some pushback. I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and you've clicked that notification bell. And so you know when I'm putting up a new video, you're liking, you're commenting, hopefully, and supporting a Patreon. Until next time, peace be with you.